So I was in BPO for a number of years, originally in the Challenger brand, but with a huge heart and a wonderful culture and a genuine conviction and passion for doing the right things by our clients. From Inkfish, I moved to one of the establishments. So I moved to Sitel and had a very successful time growing global relationships with a number of travel organizations, a number of retail utility organizations. I think the relationship that sticks out for me, well, there's two, both in the travel sector. So one was with Expedia. I had been building a relationship with the European leadership team at Expedia. I knew that there was requirements for outsourcing on the horizon. I'd taken a lot of time to really understand what was important for that business in maintaining their competitive advantage, in driving their growth trajectory, to really representing the brand that they wanted to be in the industry. So was fortunate to engage with some very senior people in that business. And while the competition was informed of an RFP and a specification was issued, I was already negotiating with Thomas Cook, who were going into a consultation with a large contact center in Accrington, of all places, where there were industry tenured associates with all of the requisite technology background in terms of GDS. And anybody who's worked in the travel industry will know that from an operational delivery perspective, the ability or the challenges associated with hiring GDS trained people in, or the complexity, the time and the cost of hiring people without that and upskilling them through training is a real prohibitor for outsourcing. So while the competition was working out how they would overcome those challenges, I was negotiating with Thomas Cook on a rebadge. And actually the way that transpired, or the way that played out, was 300 or 400 people went into consultation. They exited Thomas Cook, but the same day they exited, we were on site offering them all new roles. And ultimately that was too compelling, too convincing for Expedia to look beyond our solution. And we ended up delivering a very successful outsourced partnership that expanded globally with Expedia. And the other one that I think back to reasonably early in my career was a global outsourcing relationship with Travelocity. At that time, they had the Holiday Autos brand, they had the lastminute.com brand. In Asia, they had Zuji.com. So this was a reasonably complex solution in terms of how we put those somewhat decentralized, siloed or disparate brands together under a wrapper of a global outsourcing relationship.